Hi guys, so I'm back with another video today, and a lot happier one than my last one. I just really want to say a big thank you to all the lovely comments and messages I got about that video. It's really nice to know that I can be myself with you all. You don't think I'm a crazy, emotional lunatic. I am, but I'm glad you all don't think that. So it was nice to hear a lot of nice things and nice comments, and I really appreciate that. Also, you might notice a bit of a change going on behind me. I've finally got rid of that bare horrible wall, and I've done a heart photo collage, as you can see. I've got like butterflies and everything going around it, and I have a bird cage on my wall, and then just more pictures along there. So that is my room pretty much complete now. It's back in frame. I just have a few more pictures to put up, and then I'm pretty much done, which is absolutely awesome. I'm still debating whether or not to do another room tour video. I mean, everything's practically the same as my last one, apart from the odd different pictures here and there. So I don't know yet. I might wait for like a dramatic change in my room and then I might do it, but I really don't know what is going to happen with my room. I'm loving it at the moment. You know, I still want to get more pieces of furniture, different ones, but apart from that, I'm pretty much done. So today's video, get back to the subject, today's video is something different. Now, in my last video, I did mention that I was going to do book reviews, because I am obsessed with books. Like, I'm a complete bookworm, I say it all the time. I've got bookcases full of books, I've got books here, there and everywhere. I love books, okay? So I'm going to do a book review. Now, I have no idea how this is going to go out. It's probably just going to be me rambling on about how much I frigging love this book, but yeah. I'll try and break it up into some sort of sections. I have no idea. Like, it's my first one. I don't really know how to do this, but I just thought it'd be nice just to give you my opinions on the books I'm reading at the moment and what I think, and yeah. So today's today's book review is going to be on a book called A Shade of Vampire. Now, I don't actually have the hard copy of this because I have a Nook e-reader, so I don't actually buy the books, but I'm definitely planning on getting the whole series because I've read the whole series and I absolutely frigging love them. Like, this series has been one of the best series I've read in a long time. Like, I think it's absolutely amazing. When I first started reading the first book of this series, I was just gripped instantly, and I was just getting the rest of the books from the series straight away and reading them all. And there are 7 books of the series. I think it took me about 3 weeks to read all 7 of them. The books are kind of short for me. They're about 200 odd pages, which is nothing to me. Like, I can read like a 500 page book in like a week. So yeah, I'm a fast reader, but I still get really like into it. You know, I don't like skip ahead or anything. I am a fast reader, but I like get really absorbed into it. And so I've read the whole series. So yeah, the first one is called A Shade of Vampire. I'll insert a picture here. And this book and series are by an author called Forrest. Now, how I came across this book was really odd. I was on Facebook, and then stupid advertisements that come up like down on the sidebar bit, and down my homepage as well, which I don't know why I've got advertisements down my homepage. But one of them was advertising this book, and you could get it for like 99 cents on Amazon or something. And I thought, oh, I'll download that. So I downloaded it, and like, wow, I just thought it was absolutely fantastic. Now, I'm on Goodreads at the moment, and I'm only going to review the first one just because I think I'll be babbling way too much if I review all 7, or no, actually, yes, 7 of them. So I'm just going to review the first one, which is A Shade of Vampire. So I'm on Goodreads, and I shall read you the blurb out, which is on the back of the book. So this is basically the plot of what happens in the book, and seriously, like, I haven't heard anyone talking about this book. Like, I even went on Tumblr and did a search for it. There's only like a few posts about it. I just thought, why has nobody read this series? It's fantastic. I know probably some people don't like it, but I personally love it. And I've seen a few people compare it to Twilight. It's nothing like Twilight in my opinion. Sometimes I actually think it's better than Twilight. Like, I love Twilight. I've read them a millions of times, but this series, I just think it's so different. Like, I don't know, it just gripped me from the start, and sometimes I love it more than Twilight, and sometimes I love Twilight more, but oh, anyway, let me read you the blurb. So it says, on the evening of Sophia Claremont's 17th birthday, she is sucked into a nightmare from which she cannot wake. A quiet evening walk along a beach brings her face to face with a dangerous pale creature that craves much more than her blood. She is kidnapped to an island where the sun is eternally forbidden to shine, an island uncharted by any map and ruled by the most powerful vampire coven on the planet. She wakes here as a slave, a captive in chains. Sophia's life takes a thrilling and terrifying turn when she's the one selected out of hundreds of girls to join the harem of Derek Novak, the Dark Royal Prince. Despite his addiction to power on obsessive thirst for her blood, Sophia soon realises that the safest place on the island is within his quarters, and she must do all within her power to win him over. If she is to survive even one more night, will she succeed, or is she destined to the same fate that all the other girls have met at the hands of the Novaks? So that is basically a overview. So yeah, like it says, the book is based on, well, two main characters, Sophia Claremont, who is your typical 17-year-old teenager, and then Derek Novak, who is like one of the powerful, most badass vampires out of this whole series. And it's basically about Sophia, who has an argument with her best friend Ben, and she, on her birthday night, and she goes for a walk along the beach where she is met by a vampire called Lucas. And now Lucas is a total baddie, and he basically kidnaps her, really. He takes her away to this like vampire clan like island called the Shade, and just the way it describes the Shade sounds so beautiful. Like, I want to go, seriously. Like, it's like all up in, not necessarily the mountains, but it's all like high up, and there's lots of different parts to it. It's massive, and they have like penthouse houses for like the top vampires, which are the Novaks, Derek and his sister Vivian, and their brother Lucas. And so Sophia gets taken to the Shade, and Derek is asleep. A witch put him to sleep for, I think it's like 400 years or something, or 400, 500 years. She put him to sleep, and Vivian is like trying to get him to wake up again. Basically, Sophia manages to wake him up, and he becomes really, really attached to her. And it is sort of like it's not really a typical love story, but yeah, they do get together, you know, they do fall in love with each other, and I ship them so hard. Like, oh, that's totally another thing, ship them, but oh, seriously, I ship them so hard. Like, Derek and Sophia are just so good together. Like, seriously, I just love this book. I love them characters. And, you know, that's basically the overview. She gets brought to this island, and there's so many different things they have to overcome together, but Sophie and Derek do get together. Even though she's a human and he is a vampire, they do get together, and it goes off into all different chapters. It's not just based on them two. There's chapters about his sister Vivian, and chapters about Sophie's best friend Ben, And then it's just amazing, like you get to see like each chapter from a different character's point of view, which I think is absolutely brilliant. Like without the book being based just on the two main characters, like you get to see the characters from their eyes, which I think is a really, really good thing about this book. Like I love that, you know, you get to see more than one character, and like each character has its own story within the book, but it all like links together. And I just, like seriously, I really really love this book. Just the downside I don't like is it's too short. Like I didn't want it to end, and so I'd take like extra time to read it so it didn't end. But once I found out there were 6 more, I was like, yeah, download them babies, and I read all of the 6 ones plus A Shade of Vampire. And yeah, so that's like the overview of the book. Now it was a while ago when I read it, so I can't really remember what happened, but you know, it's all about Sophia's past as well, like what happened to her mother and why she was left by her dad. Like her dad left her with her best friend Ben and his family. It's all about her past and about Derek's past, and like what they have to overcome together and how they have to keep the vampire clan a secret. There's like hunters, vampire hunters, and obviously the rest of the world. And it's just an amazing and really amazing book. You know, the characters in it are awesome. There's so many like different names, like not like your usual typical names. There's like a lot of old-fashioned names, and I love that. And I love the way it describes the shade and, you know, the catacombs and all the other different parts of it. And I just think it's amazing, seriously. Like my favourite characters are definitely the Novaks. I think they're one badass family. Like I especially like Derek and his sister Vivian. I think they're such a good family. They're so close. They're such a good brother and sister. And I love the way they protect each other. Then I really, really love Sophia. She isn't like, you know, she kind of reminds me of myself. She's not a pushover. She, you know, she tries to see the best in everybody, but at the same time she won't let you walk all over her. And I just love the way she gets attached to Derek. Like I know in Twilight things happen like really fast, like Bella and Edward get together like pretty much straight away. But in like A Shade of Vampire, it like shows them like slowly developing feelings for each other and how everything builds up for them both announcing that they do love each other. And like rest of the series, I don't really want to spoil it, but rest of the series you see them two grow together and so much happens. And like I don't really want to spoil it. I've probably done spoilers already, but you know, it's just fantastic, and the rest of the series is absolutely amazing. Now I don't know if I'll do a review on the 6 books. I'm not so sure. I'll probably do this then like a review on all the rest of the 6 another time. So yeah, if you haven't really read this book, I think you should definitely read it, and please, because I need someone to like fangirl with. Like I've got no one to talk about this book about, which is so sad. I don't really know what else to say about it. I feel like I've just been rambling about how amazing it is. But yeah, that's basically the overview of the book. I mean, I love it. You know, I don't think it's anything like Twilight or anything like that. It's definitely in my like top 3 of favourite vampire series. I think it's just amazing. Like, you know, I think it beats True Blood book series by far, to be honest. I think it'll probably go Twilight, A Shade of Vampire series, and then probably like Vampire Diaries and then True Blood. But it's definitely an amazing book series. Like I cannot stress enough how good it is. I don't really know what else to say about it. What else does it say on Goodreads? Now there's a really, really good review. There's quite a few good reviews on Goodreads. Again, most of them comparing to Twilight. Like, I'm sorry, but you people must be really stupid, because, you know, if you can't see past Twilight, it's nothing like Twilight. Now, there's a really good review on here. It basically says, Sophia is kidnapped on her 17th birthday. She's taken captive by a vampire to an island where the sun never shines. The island is called the Shade. Sophie is selected out of hundreds of girls to join the harem of Derek Novak, the Dark Royal Prince. Sophia soon realises that if she's to survive, she must gain Derek's affection. But will she, and what will happen if the feeling will become mutual? Now, yeah, that is basically what happens. Now, she doesn't use, like, Derek to make sure she stays... What? She doesn't use Derek to make sure she stays safe. She actually does fall for him, and she falls for him pretty hard and fast, and it even shocks her because she's not that sort of person to fall for someone so quickly, but she does. You know, just because this book is about vampires, you know, they're pale doesn't freaking mean this is like Twilight. Like, I don't get why, you know, Twilight is, you know, compared to everything. I really don't get why. You know, overall, Shade of Vampire was an extremely entertaining book. I loved it. I just loved all the different characters and how you just get to see everything from each character's different point of view. And I just thought it was amazing. So seriously, if you haven't read the book, go and read it, please, and let me know what you think. I'll leave a link down below where you can buy it off Amazon or whatever you please. I'll also leave like Goodreads review on it and everything like that. I'm sorry this video is like totally random, just me babbling on about how amazing it is. I don't really know what else you want to see about the book. You know, what different parts. If you want me to keep doing book reviews, I will do. But like, let me know what you want to know about the book, and then I can, you know, I can go more into detail about it. But I'm sorry this video has just been me babbling on. But again, I love this book and I really wanted to share my opinions on it, and I really want to know what you think. So please read it and come and let me know what you think. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if you didn't. But thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you next time. Bye.